We interrupt this program for an update on the recent theft of an army tank. A sketch from an eyewitness has enabled us to identify one of the perpetrators.
Say what?
This man, spotted inside the stolen tank, has been identified as Rao, the 61-year-old sheriff of a small town to the north of the Central District, known as Apato Village. However, when we ran the fingerprints of this Sheriff Rao through a centralized database, we discovered a far more shocking truth. Rao is a mere alias. This man's true name should be familiar to every citizen of this kingdom, for it belongs to the military genius who became a general of the Royal Army at the legendary super soldier who protected Sandland from rebels and outlaws alike. Famed for his mercy and gentlemanly conduct toward even his fiercest enemies. The great, renowned General Shiva.
Huh?
A staggering development, to be sure. For General Shiva has long been assumed dead, killed by the massive explosion caused when he protected Sandland from the attempted PG rebellion.
Protected Sandland. What I did was murder.
Not only that, but his nearby home was destroyed in that same explosion, slaying his beloved wife and robbing the world of a star. The actress and musician, Sexy Terry.
Why didn't you tell me that was your wife? I'm mortified. If I'd known, I'd never have said...
Don't worry about it. I thought she was sexy too. That's why I asked her out.
But if she was your wife, why a magazine clipping?
Because all the photos I had of her burned up.
Shiva! No! It can't be! Inform General Hori of this at once! And while you're at it, tell the news office to double the reward for Shiva! And to make an announcement that anyone found sheltering him will be severely punished!
Yes, sir!
Shiva, what are you up to?
Zayu, explain this! You told me we'd gotten rid of Shiva!
Shh! Keep your voice down, Your Majesty!
What? General Shiva? You mean... that? General Shiva? I'm going to be fighting a legend. Now that's what I'm talking about! Send out the tanks and reinforce our defenses at all locations!
Yes, sir!
So, what's the plan now, old man?
Unchanged. We find that spring, but first... I'd like to swing by one of the radio towers under the Army's control east of here.
Huh? What do you want to do at a radio tower?
I have a message that I'd like as many people as possible to hear. And the radio equipment there will let me broadcast what I have to say nationwide.
All gone, sir. What? So, the legend lives on. But why would he bother going somewhere so remote? Maybe he's heading for our water source to the south. That's it. The radio tower. He wants to make a broadcast. Signalman, alert all units near the news radio tower via encrypted transmission. On the double. Sir! All vehicles, advance east. Follow me.
Yes. Right away, please.
We have just received radio contact from a man claiming to be General Shiva himself.
What?
He has a message for you all, and while we have not been able to confirm his identity, we have agreed to transmit his words live on air, beginning now.
This is Shiva. First, allow me to sincerely apologize to you all for any distress I may have caused.
All units, cut the engines! Make it quiet!
I freely confess to the crime of stealing a tank. But unlike what you were told previously, I have not attacked any villages with it. I swear this on my life.
It is not my aim to spread panic and confusion amid this country. I intend only to find a legendary spring, which I assure you is no mere fairy tale. For this country cannot withstand any more drought.
Spring? Did he say spring?
What is he even talking about?
So please, just allow me to finish this mission without interference. When I find the spring, I promise to make its location public and return. That is all.
Actually, I have one final message for a certain person on an entirely different subject. Though this doesn't absolve my role in causing that explosion 30 years ago, I've learned the truth behind it.
Commander Zayu, you are the only one I will never forgive. Over and out.
Mr. Shiva, a question if you, I'm afraid he's cut the line.
Contact the news office immediately! Tell them that they are never to allow that criminal to speak freely on air again!
This is bad, isn't it, Zayu? He said something about the truth behind that explosion! And then there's that spring he said he's looking for. Do you think what he's really referring to is our secret water source? Oh, this is bad. Very, very bad.
I'm sorry for dragging you two into this. All right, let's keep heading south.
Supreme Commander Zeo, sir. Yes, sir. I believe General Shiva is very close.
He is no general. A mere ghost requires no title. Don't even try to capture him alive. Understand? Kill him! Once and for all! That's an order!
Forgive me, but might I ask you just one thing, Supreme Commander? What Shiva said about the truth behind that explosion. What exactly do you think he meant by that? You see, my own father was killed in that explosion, so...
You fool! There is absolutely nothing of the sort! Shiva is only trying to rattle us! Hurry up and get rid of him already!
My apologies!
Papa? He said he's looking for a spring.
You dolt! Don't fall for it! He's just pretending to be some selfless goody two-shoes! You can't trust people like that! Though if there's one thing we can agree on, it's that Zeo's a damn rat. All right! Come on, Guppy! Fire one shot right at the midpoint between Shiva and the Royal Army!
Got it, Papa.
I'm afraid I can't tell you about the spring, and despite not answering your question, I have one for you. On the radio, you mentioned the truth behind the explosion 30 years ago. What is it?
You may not want to hear it. I believe it, but I've got no hard proof.
I am Are, the son of Apo, one of your very own officers. Please, tell me. I need to know the truth of my father's death.
Apo's son, eh? I see. Very well, then. Thief, you're our source. He should hear it from you.
You've got to be. Must I do everything around here?
Hold on! Don't tell me you heard this story from him!
You take the word of a demon?
If you won't listen to what he has to say, I can't force you. But let me say this. In this whole twisted world, I haven't met anyone as honest as these two. I trust them far, far more than any human, at least. Would you let prejudice blind you to the truth? Just like how our fear and suspicion of the Peachy caused this terrible tragedy.
The Peachy? What do you mean by that?
Papa! The guys from the army look like they're surrendering.
Ugh! Bunch of spineless cowards! But at least they're all together in one spot with Beelzebub. Now's our chance. Guppy! Turn every last one of them into fertilizer with that cannon of yours! That bounty's as good as ours!
Damn it!
What was that just now?
A cannon? No. Don't tell me there was another tank!
Here we go. No, it came from somewhere above us. I'll hop up high and look around. It's the swimmers! Those little...
Beelzebub spotted us!
Gah! Gah! Time to split!
Dang it! They got away again! I'm gonna pulverize them next time!
That Beelzebub just saved our lives. Perhaps it's true that we've misjudged the demons. All right, I'll hear it. Tell me the story of what caused the explosion 30 years ago, thief.
Nope, not till I hear the magic word.
Why, you little imp! Who do you think you're? Silence, you!
Please just tell me. Please.
Ugh. All right, enough. Listen up.
That's impossible. No. Surely that can't be true. I know Commander Zayu is a cold man, but I can't believe he could be so inhuman.
Well, we've said our piece. And sorry, but it looks like we'll have to borrow the tank a bit longer.
Sir, are you sure? Should we really be letting Shiva go like this?
What do you mean by that? We never had him to begin with.
What?
We almost did, until the swimmers struck out of nowhere, that is. They took out our tanks, then fled. That is what happened, isn't it?
Sir, yes, sir!
Now, guess I should make my report to Supreme Commander Zayu. No, there's something I have to confirm with the king first.